Alright, so this is like episode 6 of the effing Anispective Cast. Where, like, stuff goes down, sort of.
Some stupid crap. Well, some cool stuff. Some cool crap, some stupid crap.
Some, like, I don't even know crap.
Yeah. Some why did that happen crap.
Yeah. Some giant cactus crap.
Yeah, that's specifically what I'm thinking about. The stupid cactus thing.
Oh, man. Like, should we just skip the Skull Greymon episode? I think it was really gonna care about that one.
Yeah, nah, nothing important happened in that one.
Yeah, I don't think it has, like, any, like, lasting memories towards Skull Greymon at all.
Seriously though, which one do we start on?
Skull Greymon.
Oh, okay, it's literally the first one we start on, okay.
See, episode 16, I think it's called something like, Dark Evolution Skull Greymon or something. And I probably should be writing down the episode titles.
Give me a sec.
Huh, alright.
I mean, go ahead.
Alright, so yeah. This episode just starts off with, like, Tai just being like, hey, Agumon, why aren't you, like, digivolving? Just do it. Do it now. No, just come on, do it. Like, in the dub, he specifically says, Agumon, you better find a way to digivolve further, or I'll have to get myself a new Digimon.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Yeah,
okay.
Jeez, Tai.
Sorry, I was finishing my sandwich.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright, the dub, The Arrival of Skull Greymon, and the sub is Dark Evolution Skull Greymon.
Those are both pretty solid, I think.
Yeah. They both get the point across.
Yeah. There's, like, watching, like, the dubbed and sub version, there's, like, this weird thing I kind of notice where it's, like, as it's not really weird, but it's, like, dub Tai is, like, way more kind of, like, objectively, like, like, more aggressive and, like, more standoffish.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and the sub, it's, like, the dub left out one super important detail. I forget what they replaced it with in, like, the dialogue. But, someone's just like, oh yeah, the group's getting depressed because, like, of the Etemon stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, alright, yeah, that makes, like, a super big world of difference. Because now it's like, okay, yeah, this makes, like, way more sense why Tai's, like, taking this so hard on himself now. Because he's, like, trying to stand up for everyone else.
I don't know if they've actually, like, basically dubbed him the leader yet, but yeah.
I don't think they have, but, like, he's kind of, like, filling that role more or less.
Yeah, I don't know that they ever do. Maybe that's something that doesn't actually happen, but...
It's like, he's definitely, like, enough in that archetype that it's like, oh yeah, Tai's just the leader, and he's, like, the only one who is a crest. And, like, yeah. But yeah, so there's like, oh yeah, like, for Digimon Digivolve, they need, like, lots of energy, and they need their tamer to be in danger. So maybe if we just gorge Agumon with as much food as possible, he'll, like, just Digivolve even better.
Yeah, in an extremely awkward scene.
Like, it's weirdly way more awkward in the sub. Because they're playing, like, this weird comedic music over it is, like, Tai's just force-feeding Agumon. It's just like, what? This is weird.
Isn't this wacky?
Like, there's, like, yeah, cool, like, Tai's, like, trying to feed Agumon. It, like, cuts to Etemon, the sub, and Etemon's like, oh, you kids, when I catch up to you, I'm gonna stuff you like a turkey. And, like, it cuts back to Agumon, he's like, I can't eat anymore, I'm as stuffed as a turkey. And it's like, alright, that's pretty dumb, but alright. I'm into it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah. I think, like, So yeah, if you're just into feeding, like into like food porn, this is
Boy,
your
do we get,
episode.
boy, do we got the episode for you.
Yeah, it's boys, it's something. I probably should have just made that like the image for like the actual like podcast this time, but screw it.
Fat Agumon.
I think like fat Agumon just about to burst.
Oh man.
Oh, I should have done.
What?
Like, I should have used the image of like fat Luffy from One Piece, where he like fights General Cracker and just eats all his cracker minions, of which there are like an infinite number. I should have just put like Agumon's head on Luffy's body. Oh, that would have been fun. Oh well, too late now, I guess. But yeah, so like, I just wrote on the note, Tai just starts force feeding Agumon. This is someone's best somewhere.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, straight up.
No denying that at all. Somebody's into that.
But yeah, so they're trying to figure this out. Like, apparently Tai just stole everyone's like food rations for this. And they're just like, it's if it works, that's great, so I mean, why not, I guess.
Whatever works, haha.
Yeah. But yeah, while that's happening, like, Joe's tag starts glowing. And he's just like, oh, hey, maybe my crust is over in this direction, over towards the plot. So they, like, start, like, trekking through the desert. And they trip on, like, a random cable. And Goemon's just like, oh, what's a cable doing out here in the middle of nowhere? In Digimon world.
Yeah, what a stupid question to ask in the digital world.
Yeah. It's surprisingly the same in both, like, the sub and the dub. Just, like, Goemon's just like, why is there a cable in the desert?
Gee, I don't know.
Man. Like... Yeah, as soon as they trip over the cable, like, Etemon's dark network sees them for some reason. And he's just like, oh, they're near the Coliseum. That's where I hold my annual Tribute to Me show, so what are they doing over there?
Well, I assume the dark network is actually those cables.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like what the implication is. I'm just surprised that, like, kicking it shows their location or something.
It's kind of like a tripwire, I guess.
Yeah. That's like this weird recurring thing throughout these episodes that's like, like this arc starts off and it's just like, oh yeah, my dark network is like all powerful. And it's like, so dangerous and stuff. And like, immediately like his technology just starts like malfunctioning and fritzing up. And he's just like, nah, just, fix those computers already so we can find those Digidestined. It's like, yeah, I guess the dark network has, like, lag issues after all.
Yeah, its connection can't be perfect.
Yeah, it's just running on the Google Stadia.
Yeah.
Etemon's just like, oh, why does this thing keep breaking down? Yeah, so they find their way at Etemon's Coliseum. Where, like, in the sub, it's playing, like, the music from the Ice Sanctuary from Digimon World 1. And it's like, that's weird.
More accurately, oh wait, no. Wait. Which do you think used what? Like, what came first? I'm not sure, the game or the show, because one's using the music from the other thing.
I think the show came first. It was just meant to be like, oh, it's like these ancient ruins and they're like so mysterious and stuff. And like the game just sort of used that to like a much better area, to like much better effect, I think.
Right, could be.
Yeah, because as soon as you see the Ice Sanctuary in like the game, you're just like, oh, what the heck is this place? This is so weird. Like, what's this atmosphere? Where like with the Colosseum, it's just like, these are like weird ruins or whatever. Alright. and they never really, like, do anything with it.
Digital world ain't gotta explain crap.
Yeah. Yeah, so, like, they get to the Coliseum, and there's like, oh, hey, this place just has, like, a giant monitor and soccer goals in it. And there's like, yeah, we should, like, check out these soccer goals and stuff. Like, weirdly enough, it's like Joe's just walking around with his, like, tag, just trying to find where his crest is. And I don't know if the, like, dub kind of skipped over this or whatever, but, like, I think in the sub, he's like, oh, I feel like something over this way, like, starts walking towards the goal. And it's like, oh, alright, that makes, like, way more sense now, like, knowing what happens later.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, Ty just awkwardly slides into frame, is like, he's like, we have time for this, we have to, like, find the crest and get out of here. Meanwhile, like, everyone else is just like, yeah, well, while they're searching, let's just play some Digimon soccer. It's just like, it's humans versus the Digimon. Let's just have a soccer game with them. And
which
there's,
should
like...
not be a fair fight.
Yeah.
Which, fair game, whatever. It wouldn't be fair.
Yeah. Wait, like, it won't be fair for who exactly?
The humans.
Because, like, the Digimon have zero soccer experience, and the humans have longer limbs.
Okay, but the Digimon are faster and stronger in, like, every way.
Yeah. It'd be an interesting match, to say the least. But before things get started, like, Ty just kicks the soccer ball just out of the effing Coliseum. And he's just like, no, we don't have time to play around. We have to get to work already.
Gotta Digivolve.
Yeah, so then, like, Etemon just, like, shows up on the screen. And it starts playing, in the sub at least, it starts playing effing, like, like that stereotypical, like, baseball startup music, for the soccer coliseum. Etemon's just like, shows up on screen, just making this, like, big, like, deal of it. He's just like, yeah, my Tyrannomon's gonna destroy you fools. And he just, like, sends it out. And everyone in the group just sort of runs away into the soccer goal, which just, like, closes over them. And they're just like, oh, we can't escape the soccer net because it's, like, electrified.
And it's like, gee, maybe you shouldn't have run into the soccer goal.
Yeah, it was like I actually don't know why they just ran into the soccer goal like that, because, like, even if, it was, like, the right direction to go, they're still cornered.
Yeah.
There's, like, no way out. They'd have to, like, run through the net to escape. It's so weird. Yeah, like, in the dub, Etemon's just like, yeah, you see, there's electricity run through that net. It's a shocker, I know. And it's like, dang it. That's terrible.
Shut up, Etemon.
Etemon's great, but, like, effing these puns. Yeah, so, like, actually something, like, kind of cool here, which is, like, like, a lot of this episode's kind of, like, really cool, and, like, the sub specifically. Because, like, Agumon evolves into Greymon, and it starts, like, playing Barfly, as it usually does, because it's the big evolution theme, right?
Braveheart.
Or, sorry, Braveheart. I always get those mixed up for some reason.
It's fine.
But yeah, it starts, like, blasting Braveheart as, like, Agumon evolves, as, like, it does when they're about to win. And, like, they have their fight, and, like, Gron's sort of losing, but they're just like, no, don't give up, Greymon, you got this! And, like, Tyrannomon just knocks him into the net, and the music cuts out. And it's like, oh no! This isn't, like, working at all. And it's like, oh, that's a neat touch. But yeah, so, like, effing... Right, it's not Tyrannomon, it's like an evil Greymon, I forgot. Yeah, Tyrannomon's later.
Yeah, Tyrannomon's later. Right, it's another Greymon.
Yeah, it's like Gron just to fight evil Greymon, and the other Greymon is just stronger. And, Ty's just like, what's going on, Greymon, use your, like, fire breath. And he, like, tries to do his attack, and he just burps and spits up something.
Because he's way too full of food.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, is it just me, or is he, like, way more sluggish out there than normal? And it's like, Ty, you screwed up, man. You didn't check the weight parameters, and you screwed up.
Digimon are powered by food, but this is ridiculous.
Yeah. Like, they're treating their Digimon like, virtual pets instead of, like, real animals. Or at least Ty is, just trying to, like, exploit the system. Because he has, like, zero patience for this crap.
Become stronger now.
Yeah. Yeah, like, somewhere around this point is, like, this random scene where, like, Goemon's just like, yeah, go, marching fishes! And this, like, random statue in the background just starts, like, spitting out water, and the fish just fly out of it.
Oh, heck yeah.
And the fish just, like, there's, like, a random, like, Gazamon just, like, walking around with, like, just firecrackers. And they just, like, attack him, steal the firecrackers, and they, like, fly off and attack the evil Greymon with them. And it's like, wait, what? Like, how? I think, like, Izzy or Joe specifically just straight up says, how did you do that? And Goemon says, I don't know, but if it's not broke, don't fix it.
It's a good attitude.
Yeah. Izzy's just like, it's really elementary, Joe. There's probably a dimensional vortex in the water. And they're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, fair enough, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, that's basically the sub-exclamation too. So that's canon. Apparently, like, Goemon can just summon dimensional vortexes to call fish out of. You know what? I'd believe it.
I mean, Digimon powers are basically magic.
Yeah. Like, as long as there's, like, a chance there's a source of water, he can summon fish. Fair enough.
They probably, like, the creators of the show probably realized that Goemon was kind of useless away from any kind of body of water.
Yeah,
so they're like, okay, we need an excuse for Goemon to be able to fight.
We need an excuse for why there's always these convenient fish friends everywhere. But yeah, so, like, they're trying to, like, dig their way out of the soccer net, and they, like, find Joe's crest there, and he just, like, puts his, like, tag up to it, and it just disappears and goes into it and stuff. And they're just like, oh, hey, we can, like, escape from the soccer net through this tunnel now. It's like, I kind of like that little moment for Joe, where he's just like, oh, hey, I wonder if I put this thing up to this thing, if it'll work. And it's like, that's a very logical kind of Joe approach to things. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Basically, escape from the plot convenient soccer net that the crest just happened to be under. And then, like, Ty's just like, oh, I have to, like, help, like, Greymon fight this evil Grom by putting myself in danger to force him to digivolve.
Yeah, if I just make it so I'm about to die, then...
he'll have to do it.
Yeah, Greymon has to digivolve.
That's how it always works, right? Like, it's gotta. So yeah, he just puts himself in danger willingly. And, like, Greymon actually does digivolve. Like, I really dig what the sub did with this, because, like, like, you get the, like, animation where it's like, oh, the tag and the crest, and they're glowing and stuff. Like, in the dub, it just, like, plays ominous music, like, right away. But in the sub, it, like, plays Braveheart again, and it's like, oh, yeah, we're getting it for real this time. And Braveheart, like, fades out into the ominous music, and it's like, oh, this isn't good. This ain't normal.
Uh-oh.
It's like, that's so much more effective, though. I actually love it.
Yeah.
It's like he like evolves into Skull Greymon, and he's just like oozing dark energy and crap. He's like throws the evil Greymon just at a random like at the monitor in the background, and then like blasts him with the missile and straight up destroys him. Like, there's been like 2 hard deaths in the series so far. One was Angemon killing Devimon, the second is this. Like, that arc, Greymon was obviously, like, under control too. It might not have even been a bad Digimon. They just murdered him.
Yeah, but they needed the... knowing what they and we know about Digimon, like, yeah, he'll be reborn.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll just turn into an egg. That'll then crash into the ground.
The thing is, it was them or it was either the kids or him. Like,
yeah. Like, I just feel like, it's like their show, like, oh yeah, this is how bad Skull Greymon is. They just straight up murders a Digimon. And they're just like, oh jeez.
Yeah, there's also that. It's like, we gotta show that Skull Greymon's a problem.
Yeah, it starts like rampaging around and won't listen to orders. Everyone's just like, what the heck is that thing? Did he evolve wrong? Like, what's wrong with him?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that when a Digimon turns into something it shouldn't, everyone can just kind of tell immediately.
Yeah. Like, to be fair, this is a pretty big departure.
I know. It's a giant skeleton dragon with a nuke on its back, but...
Yeah.
Still, it's just like, wait, that's wrong, and everyone can just tell.
Yeah, there's like, this isn't a cool Dragon Man. But it's like, all of them try to like fight off Skull Greymon because it just starts attacking indiscriminately. And it just like beats all the other champions. And it just sort of runs away and just like devolves back into Koromon. And like, I like that as it's like finding the other one. It's like it's playing the bad Digimon theme in the sub version, where it's like the slow rock music, you know?
Ah.
And it's like, oh, that's a nice touch. That's so good.
That's pretty good. Is Skull Greymon Ultimate?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Definitely.
Well, I wasn't sure if it jumped straight to Mega.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing. It's like, Ty's methods work, but they work wrong.
Yeah. This isn't the only time we'll see this.
Yeah. Unsurprisingly.
And then again, the next time we see it, it gets worse.
Oh boy. Wait, like, what? Actually, I don't know what you're talking about now that I think. Because I thought you were taught, like, Megidramon.
I am.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right.
The next time we see it, it gets worse.
Yeah. So, yeah, like, Skullgron just sort of, like, like, turns into, like, Koromon. Wait, did I screw up my, like, episode numbering or something?
What makes you say that?
Yeah, because, like, as of, like, Skullgron reverts to Koromon, and TK wants to ride Tokomon. And it's like, wait, that's 17, though. Just, like, in my notes.
Yeah, that's the next episode.
Okay, yeah, I just screwed up for a second. I was just kind of confused. Like, Ronder, that's like Mimi just says, I haven't sweated this much since cheerleader tryouts.
I guess that means that's about all you have to say about that episode. If you're jumping straight to notes for the next one.
Yeah. But yeah, like...
I don't think much actually happens aside from that, right?
Yeah, that's like the end of it, Koromon's just like, I have a feeling like I had something really bad to you guys. It's like, alright.
It's not your fault, it's Ty's fault.
Yeah. But yeah, the Skullgron episode. It's pretty good. And pretty effing weird. But mostly effective.
It sounds like it's better in the sub.
Yeah. Because, like, the sub actually, like, established that, like, musical identity for, like, a lot of this stuff. So it's, like, able to play with them a bit more.
Yeah. I mean, on the dub, we're stuck with Hey Digimon and, whatever the heck else.
Yeah. Like, all the music in the dub is, like, fairly generic, while, like, the sub is, like, effing Braveheart. And that just plays every time they're, like, have the big evolution they're about to win. So it's like, oh yeah, Braveheart's just fading away. It's like, oh no.
Have we, in the dub, have you heard Hey Digimon yet? Has that started happening yet?
I don't think it's... I think it has played once or twice, but I can't remember where.
Yeah,
it's like nowhere near as prevalent as like Braveheart, though.
Yeah, at some point in the dub, it just starts happening, and it's weird because it wasn't present through the beginning. It just starts happening out of nowhere, and it's really jarring.
Like, I don't. It might not have happened yet. I know it hasn't happened in any like action scenes yet or anything.
So maybe the change hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Man, it'd be so good if we got some, like, like, translated version of Braveheart they could play.
I mean, they could just play Braveheart.
Yeah. You know what? Fair enough.
That's what they should have done. But I mean, they're saying that Japanese kanji is digital code, so they're clearly trying to hide any indication that it's Japanese.
Yeah. Like, even if they couldn't bring over Braveheart, I just kind of wish they would have brought over, like, the bad Digimon theme, because it's just so good.
Yeah, especially if it doesn't even have, like, lyrics or anything. Like, come on.
So Canadian Cookie says, I like giant skull monsters with nukes on their back.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome, Cookie.
Cool. Hey, Cookie.
So yeah, like... Episode 17, so we're just, like, in the desert. And, Ty's just like, oh, it sure is bad that, like, Koromon turned into Skull Greymon and wrecked everything. They're just, like, walking around, there's, like, trying to, like, find shade and stuff. Like, they have a bit of a discussion where, like... First off, like, Palmon's just like, oh yeah, I wish I had turned to a giant Togemon, provide shade for the entire group in this really weird, like, fantasy sequence. Where, like, Palmon's imagining herself as Togemon to shade the group, but she's also under her own Togemon, like, in the shade.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Like, I thought for sure that had to be, like, a dub change, but no, that's in the sub, too. It's just a weird dream sequence. Just like, oh yeah, I want to provide shade, but I also want to be in the shade. It's like, okay, man.
Thing is, if Palmon was the Togemon, then, probably wouldn't need the shade.
Yeah.
Because Togemon's a cactus.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, also TK just wants to ride Tokomon.
Yeah.
Just no context, it's just a cute image. But yeah, so, like, Genai appears and, like, immediately Ty's just like, hey, Genai, what the heck, man? Why didn't this work? And, like, he literally just says, just trust me, after all, I'm the floating glowing guy.
It's fine.
Yeah.
He's self-aware how dumb it is.
Oh, Genai's great. It's like, I don't know, it's like self-aware, like, I usually, like, that's sometimes just the worst, but he just somehow makes it work,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like, hey, why aren't the crests working? He's just like, you just have to, like, raise your Digimon properly. Oh, sorry, I've gotta go, bye, and it, like, fades out. In the sub, it's a bit more interesting. Because, like, Mimi's actively like, if my Digimon, like, is going to, like, turn into something like that too, I don't think I want a crest. And it's like, oh, okay. And guys, just like, like, you're basically fated to get these things. You're going to get them whether you want them or not.
Except the Digimon.
Except, yeah, you have to. It's like, yo.
Yeah, accept the crust or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, it's this kind of, like, interesting thematic thing that I kind of wish they kept. Where it's like, so far it's like, yeah, we have these crests, and it's like, as long as we, like, get these, we can, like, become stronger, and, then we'll just have no problem, like, defeating the evil Digimon stuff, and it's like, it's like this great kind of source of hope for them, right? Because there's like, oh, hey, as soon as we, like, get these things, everything's gonna be okay, basically. Like, not they've seen the, like, like, what, like, a crest can unlock. They're just like, oh, this isn't, like, purely a good thing. And now it's like, oh, the crests are less hope, and they're more like a representation of, like, responsibility, in a sense. And it's like, oh, you'll have to, like, accept this burden eventually, You just have to take it, and you have to learn to deal with it.
Yeah, but mostly it's like the bad thing only happens if you screw up.
yeah. I'm just talking like thematically mostly.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, oh, there's like a danger to the crests now, There's like, they might not lead to the outcome you want, but like, you have to like try. So yeah, then like, yeah, guy just disappears and there's like walking along. They see like a cactus mirage. And they're just like, oh, why isn't this thing of a shadow? Oh, it's fake. Oh, no. Then there's like effing like desert luxury liner that just appears in the desert. Just this random effing desert ship.
It's just fine.
Yeah, it's just a ship that's like staffed by Numemon in sailor outfits. And it's just like, oh, hey, we should, like, check that place out. So Mimi's just like, alright, hang on, I've got this, guys. So she flirts with the Numemon sailors, and it works, and they let her up. And it's like effing Mimi has just become aware that all Numemon just instinctively are drawn to her.
Because she's the worst character. Haha. No, I'm kidding.
It's like, it's only fitting because she's a trash waifu. Whoa!
Except she's like 10, so not even.
Like at this point, just in internet culture, waifus can be any age and anything. Anything. By the way, this Ocean Lyre's the new waifu. Accept it.
Alright, sure, why not?
So yeah, they go on the Ocean Lyre, which is like, I'm kind of surprised they're as happy like hanging out in this place considering it's staffed by like slug monsters that throw poo. I know, it's probably not the most sanitary place in the world.
I mean, is probably as long as they're not actively throwing crap at them, it's probably fine.
Yeah. Yeah, you find this big, like, feast laid out for them, and, like, TK's just randomly like, yeah, remember when the food was just an illusion, and Matt's just like, another alien plot? It's like, What?
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 Matt, what?
It's like, cause it's so weird, cause in the sub they're like, yo, oh hey, like, it'd be bad if this food belonged to someone, we just ate it. And, like, the dub, there's like, hey, remember that time when, like, Devimon tricked us? But then they undercut their reference by, like, having Matt be like, oh, is this one of your, like, alien plots or something? It's like, what the heck even happened there?
Aliens? What?
Cause, like, I guess cause Izzy in the dub has a weird thing of referencing aliens.
I guess.
No, it's weird. But, like, in the sub, they're eventually like, oh yeah, well, it'd be, like, disrespectful if, like, the food got cold and, like, no one could eat it. So we should just go in anyways. So yeah, they just, like, eat the food, and, like, in the dub, and like just this 2-second span, just super quickly, is he's just like, after extensive deliberation, I've come to the conclusion that I'd be rude for the Kazune to become cold. Alright, sure, Izzy.
Alrighty then.
So yeah, like, there's like, having fun and stuff, and like, Ty's just like, hey, what does it mean to, like, raise our Digimon properly? And Joe's just like, I don't know, we'll just figure it out.
Can't be that hard.
Yeah. But, like, the group don't know that they're being watched by this elderly sailor man with binoculars and a mustache. And, like, I kind of really wanted to just make that, like, the image for the podcast this week. But it's just like, nah, that in shot's better, though.
I just noticed I didn't actually see what image you used. Hold on.
Man.
Let's go over to Twitch real quick.
There's just a sailor captain who just, like, instantly turns into, like, Kakatorimon. And just starts, like, burning it up. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna, like, capture those children for Etemon, and, he'll be so impressed. But yeah, so, like, there's this little, like, thing where it's like, oh yeah, Kakatorimon can't fly because of his feathers and stuff, and it's like, oh, alright.
It's because it's the fat chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, Kakatorimon just starts, like, kind of, like, runs over, he just, like, starts tapping keys on a keyboard with his beak. And nuts, like, bird feather arms. Just, like, I think Kakatorimon like, I kinda love him, he's just such a goofy villain.
It's so stupid.
Like, he's not using his bird hands, he's just activating all these things with, like, his beak. He's like goes over to like a little like hole thing on the side, just like pulls open with his beak. He's just like, oh hey, all Nuamon who are like captures those Digidestined, get a super reward and stuff. And they're just like, all right, we're on it. So like, I think it's around this point we had like the little like character bar, where the heck, and he's just like, yeah, I'm Kakatorimon. My cockadoodle-doo will blow out your eardrums. Mess with me and you'll get pecked until you surrender. Sure, man.
They gotta have the little moment where they tell the kids what Digimon it is so they can buy the toy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so Nuamon just nut the crap out of, like, effing Tai and Joe in the pool. And, like, Kakatorimon just, like, just, like, turns Agumon and Goemon to stone, just, like, on the spot.
Because that's what cockatrices do.
Yeah, that's right. Like, Koromon turns into Agumon real quick, and then he gets turned to stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that. And we had, like, a random Etemon song sequence. Where it just cuts to Etemon just like, oh man, it's such a shame my dark network's not working. Was this, like, just bad rollback or more of the crap? I don't know, I was going for something that didn't quite work. Whatever.
The Stadia.
Yeah, this is Stadia. He's like, it's like this thing's trying to predict my inputs in the future, but it's doing it really badly. Yeah, he's just like how it's like Gazamon just fixed the computer, and just this little song sequence about how great he is. And all the Gazamon just like, dance along, and they're just like, yeah! And he just like beats them like in tune to the beat, and he's just like, nah, don't jump into the song until I tell you to, now fix that computer already. Nah, do it. Yeah, like, oh yeah, at some point Goemon shoots marching fishes out of the pool before it gets, like, petrified.
It's fine.
Yeah, there's that dimensional sinkhole again.
Yeah, at least it's a source of water.
Yeah, so Kakatorimon just, like, takes the kids, like, tags and crests, and he just, like, runs off, just spinning them around wildly for, like, no reason at all, before just stooging down the staircase. And it's like, yeah, alright, that's a pretty good potential image, too. Yeah, so he's just like, tries to, like, capture all the kids, and, like, gets, like, Tan, like, effing, like, Joe, and they, like, gets, like, Matt, TK, and Izzy, like, with his petrification beam and stuff. Just Kakatorimon just running around, just doing everything he can at the moment.
To just act like a total stooge.
Yeah. And he's just like, oh, hey, like, time to, like, get, like, effing, like, Sora and Mimi in the shower. So he, like, just runs into the woman's shower. He's just like, they escaped out the window. There's just this, like, random shot of him just sticking his big chicken head through the window. And you see it from, like, the outside. It just looks so weird. Yeah, like, thankfully Sora and Mimi were apparently just showering with towels on. Because, those famous towel showers.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's super fine. Weird they're put in this situation, but it's fine. Like, actually, it's, like, super weird now, I think. Because, like, yeah, they have their Digivices with them, too.
I mean, I'd chalk it up to they've been in the digital world for so long, they know to expect crap.
Yeah, after at one time Ty walked on, like, Mimi, they're like, oh, hey, maybe we should be prepared. Yeah, of course these Digivices are waterproof, just don't worry about it.
I would hope so.
Yeah, hopefully. Because, yeah, they have been submerged before, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, they came flying out of, like, a digital ocean when they first got them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so Kakatorimon tries to, like, attack them. And, like, they just use their Digivices just to evolve their Digimon. And, like, there's a bit that I'm pretty sure they cut from the dub, where in the sub, like, effing Bertramon just shoots Meteor Wing at Kakatorimon, and he's just dodging backwards. And Sora's like, oh right, Kakatorimon can't fly. And she's like, right, that means we have the advantage. And it's like, you know what, fair enough.
Why would they cut that?
I don't know. I think in the dub she's like, oh yeah, do it, Bertramon, or something.
Kill him.
But yeah, meanwhile, like, effing, like, Togemon. Just, like, Togemon's, like, the most powerful effing thing. Just, like, shoots his Needle Spray, just, like, gets Kakatorimon, and while he's distracted, just runs up and just uppercuts the crap out of him. And it's, like, actually surprisingly well animated.
Don't underestimate Cactus with boxing gloves.
Yeah, Cactus with boxing gloves just, like, knocks him into the smokestack of the ship. It just explodes. There's, like, jeez. Fred, yeah, that takes care of the bird. So, like, they, like, just, like, see all the Numemon just run away. There's, like, oh, hey, we should, like, leave this place, because, like, we're, like, done here. So they start, like, looting, and they see the Ocean Lar just chase after them. And it's just like, ah, crap, the ocean, like, effing Kakatori was just behind the wheel. Just, like, hamming it up. Just, like, burned to a crisp, just like, I came back through raw willpower, and now I'm gonna kill these kids with my boat. It's like, yeah, you do it, Kakatori. You shot those kids. Oh, man. And then they're like, they see the giant cactus again. And they're just like, oh, this one has a shell. That means it's real. Let's, like, get behind this thing. There's like a weird cut where it like cuts to black before like showing them behind it for some reason.
Commercial break?
No, it just looks weird. But yeah, they hide behind the cactus. For everyone who like may not have seen this episode, take a quick guess what the heck happens next. Like, you're just like, oh, maybe it'll like, big explosion, maybe, maybe it'll just like, like derail the ship, like knock over or something. Like, no. It's like the ship just rams the cactus and bends back like 90 degrees. And it like flexes back like a friggin' rubber band. It just launches the ship. Like, the ship just goes flying. It's got like this big like black cable sticking out the back of it. It's like Etemon's dark network cable. And like the cable just like becomes like, like taut, like just fully outstretched. It just snaps and the ship just explodes and breaks apart. It's like effing Kakatorimon just like, just flapping his wings in the air, just like, I can fly, I got this. And it's just like, no, you can't.
Welcome to the stupid Looney Tunes world of Digimon.
It's the goofiest, like, effing. So yeah, like, they beat Kakatorimon, who's just like such a goofy, amazing villain. Oh, I love him. And like the cactus just sort of like it just blooms a bit, and like Mimi gets the crest of sincerity, and she has this weird like kind of shocked / like horrified / amazed expression on her face as it just goes into her like like tag and stuff.
It's like, wow.
Yeah. And the sub she just looks at and she's specifically like, I didn't want this. I don't want Palamon to become something horrible. And there's like, yeah, don't worry, I'm sure you'll be able to like raise her right and make like something useful out of it. And the dub, they just ignore all of that. And they're just like, oh wow, you got your crest, congratulations. Yeah. But yeah. So just any thoughts on the effing boat episode?
It's a silly, wacky episode. Like, I don't know. I don't really have much to say about it.
Yeah, it's like it's goofy, but like makes enough sense.
Yeah.
Like the one thing that I do have to say out like all these like race episodes is that like it does feel weird because like back before you'd have like everyone like getting their big evolutions, and it was like oh hey, this is the one where like Garurumon's, and it's the Matt episode specifically, right? And it's like, yeah, here's like the one where like Tintamon evolves, and it's like the Izzy episode.
Bless you.
Alright, I'm good. But yeah, and like now it's like they're getting their crest. It's just like, I don't know. This wasn't really a Mimi episode specifically. It was just sort of an episode, which is fine, but it's just a bit odd. I think that it's like oh, this isn't like much of a character episode as like anything else.
Well, technically, they're doing the thing where everybody gets their episode. They're doing that again. It's about the crests this time.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. It's like when like Izzy got the crest of, or sorry, not when Izzy like evolved Etemon, it was just like you got Boo's backstory and you got like a bit of insight into their relationship and stuff, and it's like, all right, yeah, this is like selling us on what like Izzy is about. And now it's like, oh hey, we're just getting the crests in order. It's just like, like it's not especially like related to anything. It just sort of happens. And it's like, that's not really a bad thing. It's just sort of weird to me, I think.
Yeah, well, they all need their crests.
Yeah.
So the plot can progress.
Yeah, like you'd kind of expect going in to be like, oh hey, this is like the crest of sincerity, so this is gonna be all about like Mimi or something, but it's really not. She just sort of gets the finishing blow. Alright, so like episode 18. So just like still going through the desert. And like, yeah, Ty's just rambling like, okay, a little breeze would be nice, but it's still a beautiful day, don't you think? And Agumon's just like, sure, it's beautiful for a scorpion.
Thanks, Agumon.
It's amazing commentary. Yeah, there's walking along and there's like, oh, it's so hot and stuff, yeah, and there's like, hey, how do we like raise our Digimon properly? Yeah, I don't know. They have a loud group discussion, like, Ty just walks ahead of it. He just looks back, he's like, hey, what's going on, you guys? And like, in the dub, like, while smiling, TK's just super passive-aggressive. Just like, thanks, Ty, we were right in the middle of a conversation about the crest, and you made me forget what I was saying. It's like, jeez, TK. Like, harsh much. Like, you're gonna throw more shade, man, because you're bringing on the heat. So yeah, like, of course in the sub he's way more polite.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, like, as there's kind of, like, our discussion, like, Izzy's just like, oh, hey, maybe we should, like, gall the crest first before we start worrying about this, because, like, maybe you'll accomplish something. And it's like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, as usual, he's the rational one.
Yeah. Yeah, what we're doing is, like, Ty runs into, like, an effing Kawagamon. Like, just bursts out of the sand and starts, like, attacking Agumon. And it's like, it's really weird because in the dub there's like, oh, is this the same Kawagamon again? While in like the sub they're just very specifically like, oh, this isn't the same Kawagamon. It's 1,000 times stronger.
1,000, huh?
Yeah. Like, yeah, they like, crap, or, yeah, they're like, they're like trying to deal with it and like, Agumon's just sort of like dodges attacks. He's like, hey, if I turn to Gravon, like, I might turn to Skullgron again, so like I have to be careful. And Ty's just like, yeah, like, like if I let Agumon go all out, what if he like turns into that thing again? And he like, just ducks in to save Agumon and stuff. And like, as they're just like, dodges attacks, like Pixiemon just shows up and just blows the thing up. And it's just like, yeah, okay. So it's like, alright, Ty's like afraid of this bad thing happening again, basically. And he's like, afraid he'll like go too far, and that's like affecting him. And it's like the big plot line of the episode. So yeah, Pixiemon's just straight up like, yeah, you guys kinda suck, He's like, yeah, you need to, like, raise your Digimon better. So, like, come with me and I'll, like, show you how to, like, make this work. So, like, the group have, like, our group discussion. Is they slide backwards awkwardly because they kind of, like, the animators screwed up the pan away shot. So, like, the environment isn't matched to them sliding backwards. But yeah, there's no harm to this, I guess. So yeah, they go like Pixiemon's special like lair or whatever, where Pixiemon's just like, oh yeah, you have to like walk up all these steps and then I'll like give you food and train you. And they're just like, yeah, sure, Pixiemon. And he's just like, okay, you're up here, alright, great, now like scrub the floors. All of them, and then I'll feed you. And they're just like, sure, I guess. This sucks, but whatever. Like, in the sub, he specifically says, oh yeah, you guys need more guts. So I guess he's trying to make them, like, like, fight against him or something, and, like, stand up for themselves.
Yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the only logic I can really bring out of this.
It's like, oh, you don't like being pushed around, stand up for yourself.
And it's like, sure thing, Mr. Miyagi. Yeah, just wax on, wax off. So yeah, meanwhile Pixelmon's just like, oh hey, Tai and Agumon, you should like just go into this cave. And they do it and they get stuck on a boat. Effing insert Berserk reference here. It's like, at least they didn't get like stuck for like, like months on end. Boy, that'd be a different series.
Yeah. Where they're just stuck on a dumb boat forever.
Oh man, I've been reading through Berserk. I recently got to the boat bit. It's so much worse than I'd expect it to be. Because it's like they go on the boat and it's like, oh hey, they're still on the boat. And it like cuts back for an entire like other arc with the villains. Where like a bunch of just like super imaginary like, like super pretentious like crazy bullcrap is happening. And that's like several like, it's like an entire little like arc in a row before you get back to the main characters. And there's apparently like periodic like month-long breaks in that arc. And it's like, geez, no wonder the boat is so infamous. That'd be the worst.
It's too powerful.
The boat is too powerful. Boat chain cannot be silenced. Boat best waifu of 2019 confirmed. But yeah, so like, they go in the middle of the night and like, like Tomon's just sort of sleeping on the wall like a big bug. And it's like a neat little touch. Okay, more importantly, it's like Matt and Izzy are just sort of like see their crests react, and they're just like, oh hey, we should just go out and like get our crests now. They're just like, hey, shouldn't we bring our Digimon on? It's like, yeah, whatever, they're like still asleep, it doesn't matter. We're safe inside the barrier, so we'll just like get our crests and then be back without waking them up. Just let them get a good nap and, it's fine.
Who needs our protectors?
Yeah. Like, to be fair, they're safe, but still, like, assume Piximon was a bad guy.
Yeah.
Jeez.
A bad guy, and also a mega level. I don't know if they cover that in the episode, but...
What? No, Piximon's ultimate.
Oh, is it ultimate?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, megas aren't even a thing yet, actually. Because, like, technically he's, like, perfect level according to, like, like the, like, Japanese version and stuff, but still, that's ultimate.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's ultimate, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're just, like, walking through the woods and, like, Matt's like, hey, why do you want crest Izzy? And Izzy's like, oh yeah, so I like see what Tomon turns into, of course. So he's like, yeah, why do you want one, Matt? And Matt's just like, I want to use the crest to digivolve me. And it's like, yeah, because I want to get stronger and become a better person. It's like, oh, okay, that makes way more sense. Like, obviously in the sub, it's way better phrased.
Yeah.
Because he's just like, oh yeah, I want to improve myself, because, like, Digimon aren't the only one who can evolve and change. And it's like, that's so much better, though.
Unfortunately for Piximon, its next form and only possible Digivolution is Digimon.
Oh no! Digimon's such a weirdo, I kind of hate him. It's like he's fun as an NPC. I hate him as a mega level. When I get a mega, I want to be cool, dang it.
It's just an old man with a stick.
Yeah.
Which, if it had a cooler design, is a cool idea.
Like, if he was a champion or ultimate, then, like, no one would bat an eye at that. Because that makes way more sense.
Well, no, it makes sense. It's just the design's kind of blah. Because, like, it's doing the whole, like, old man, like, fighting master thing.
Yeah.
like Digimon's an old man with like a staff, and it's like, oh, he's just an old man, but then he's a mega level and he'd kick your butt.
Yeah, it's like it's the very unassuming character archetype. But
Yeah,
no, I feel like they kind of did that better with like Marine Angemon, because it's like this tiny, adorable little like rookie-looking thing. But it's like, oh, okay, it's actually powerful.
That's not the same idea.
It's the same concept at least, but not like quite the same execution.
I mean, it's not the same because Marine Angemon's not an old, like a grizzled old man, like an experienced.
No, but they are like the unassuming like character archetype.
Yeah, well, I'm more so talking about like the old kung fu master thing.
Yeah,
like Master
I know.
Roshi in Dragon Ball.
Like, I don't know. Is there like actually a Mega Lol that pulls that off like successfully? I'm actually not sure.
That looks like an old man, but looks cool.
Yeah, it's like, it looks like, it's like old and grizzled, but like, it actually still kind of has that sense of like, it can fight really well. There has to be like something somewhere that does that. Yeah, I feel like there's not that many really like grizzled sort of like feeling Digimon in general, really.
I guess Vicomon.
Yeah, I can get behind that. Vikamon's kind of grizzled.
Vikamon's pretty close.
Yeah, that's probably about as close as you're honestly gonna get, I think. But yeah, so they find their like crest just in a random well, like outside the barrier. And like they go down, they're both just like, oh hey, both our crests are just in this one location. Awesome. Like, as they're going down, like, you see one of the cables just sort of like, lift up like a snake. It just sticks its head like over the well and just like, leaves. And like, you cut to Etemon and he's just like, oh, that's where those Digidestined are. Alright, let's like send Tyramon after them. So he like does it and he like shoots his fire breath and like blows the barrier open. So Etemon's just like, oh, that's where those brats are hiding. Like, lots I mind, one detail I do like is that, like, Etemon's been chasing after the group this entire time. And, like, he's getting closer at the Coliseum. He gets closer at the boat. And, like, when they meet Piximon, they hide behind the barrier, so they're, like, invisible to him inside the barrier land. But, like, because they're invisible, like, Etemon just goes right past where they were and doesn't notice. But then he, like, realizes where they are, so he's, like, close enough to do his, like, big song attack thing again. And it's like, alright, that's a neat bit of, like, continuity. But, like, his distance is actually kind of consistent feeling. But yeah, so meanwhile, like, Agumon and, like, just Tai are just on the boat, and they're just, like, just bickering back and forth and crap. And they pass under a bridge, which is super clearly meant to look like a torii gate. Just like a Japanese thing where it's like, oh, you go under the gate and it, like, leads you to another world or something.
Yeah, the red gate.
Yeah, like those red, like, big things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they, like, appear on top of the bridge and, Tai's just seeing himself as a kid just fail to ride a bicycle. And he's like, yeah, eat crap, nerd. No, he's actually like, oh, hey, you should keep trying. But yeah, like, Tai's just like, oh yeah, just because you fail once don't mean, you won't get. You just have to, like, get back on, right? And it's the most obvious metaphor ever.
Just get back on the bike.
Yeah, he's just like, alright, we can do this together, Agumon, and now we've said that, our fear is no more. And they, like, get out of the cave, and they, like, go to fight Tyramon. Agumon just evolves into Greymon, just, like, basically suplexes him as he, like, rips out, like, 1,000,000 wires from the thing. And it's like, alright, that's pretty neat. But yeah, so, like, the group wins, and, like, he just randomly cut to Etemon, and he's just like, oh, those Ron kids beat me again. Oh, I gotta find something easier, beat, like, some cardboard boxes or something.
Etemon confirming that he's a punk.
Even though he's an ultimate.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, Etemon's strong, but, like, he just can't find the party, so he can't, like, defeat them, while they just keep trashing his minions.
Weird how all of his minions can keep finding them, but he's completely unable to himself.
There actually is a bit of a, like, justification behind that. Because he has the continent, like, split into, like, areas, and he's just, like, got minions in, like, each area.
True.
So he's just like, oh, they're in, like, L7, that's, like, Tyrannomon's territory, send him after them. But yeah, that's, like, something I dig, that's, like, it's, like, a justification for why they're, like, beating the weaker guys and not the big bad, like, right off the bat. Because, like, Etemon's, like, actively trying to find these guys, and he just keeps, like, missing them. Because the Dark Network's a piece of crap.
He's running on dial-up.
Yeah. The Dark Network's just running on Stadia dial-up. He's like, come on, why isn't the Wi-Fi working as well as I want to? Just embodies the red bar mentality. He's like, well, if we just, like, drop a few gigs, then the Wi-Fi will work good enough for the Stadia dial-up to, like, catch those guys. And it's like, sure, man, whatever you want. It's like, yeah, listen up, guys, I installed this, like, great new program I found on the site while chasing some hot singles in my area. And it says to, like, install this to make my computer faster. Oh, man. But yeah, the grouper is like, hey, yeah, thanks, Pixie Mom, we learned a lot from you. And they specifically say, yeah, like how scrub floors and starve half to death. I think savage. But yeah, that's just sort of the end of it. And it's just like, alright. So the only ones with that crest are what? Like Sora, TK, like...
Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah, because, we have 4 down. There's like 3 to go. Alright, so Sora, TK, and Matt. What a weird friggin' episode.
Yeah. But at least it's plot relevant. I mean, they're all plot relevant, but
yeah,
I don't know. Meeting up with Piximon and training a bit and getting some crests, not as random and dumb as like the boat thing.
And I feel like this one was like a bit worse because like the boat one was like really like goofy and entertaining, while this one like it felt like it was trying to like say something but wasn't really like doing anything. Yeah, it's like basically like Agumon and Tai just screw around to overcome their fear as like Etemon does his thing. And like they also just meet Piximon, who's like kind of not really helpful at all. Like we get some good like reaction faces out of it though. Like at least that's something.
Yeah, I mean they learned how to scrub a floor real good.
Yeah. Like, that's probably gonna be really useful in the desert, right?
Yeah, totally.
Like, I get the feeling that we're meant to, like, really just be enamored with Piximon right now, but it's just like, I don't care about this thing.
Well, it's because it's like, oh, it's an ultimate level. It showed up, and he's on the good guy's side. That's cool.
Yeah. That's Piximon's and Nora, those Digimon, where it's like, like, very unassuming but powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though he has a friggin' spear.
Yeah, I remember the first time I learned about Piximon. It was in Digimon World 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can come across it randomly, and it's like, hey, you want to fight? And I think he joins your city if you win.
Yeah.
And I look at him, I'm like, oh, he doesn't look that tough. And then he curb stomps me because he's ultimate level.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh.